everybody. We have got some terrible news and some good news on the 75 gallon and the 30 gallon. So to start off with the 75 gallon, if you notice, there is no triggerfish. So the video that I was going to put out last, which I'm not, just because it seemed like everything was going wrong all in one video, so I don't really want to put it out just because I'd rather just tell you now what happened. But so we got a Diamond Watchman Goby for the 75 gallon just to help with the sand. I mean, you can kind of see it's pretty dirty on the sand here, a little bit over there. So the sand is getting super dirty. So I got a Diamond Watchman Goby to help out with the cleanup on the sand. Unfortunately, 5 minutes into him being in the tank, Trig, our Picasso triggerfish that we had, ate him entirely. I mean, he was probably the size of this guy right here. Skinnier, obviously, but lengthwise about his size, and he ate the entire thing. So, and then also, he was kicking up a lot of sand and just kept nipping at the rocks and then spitting it out, and it would just go everywhere. And he honestly was tearing it up more than I'd like. And I know a lot of people in the comments are gonna go, oh, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. But for the longest, he wasn't doing any of that. For the longest, he was peaceful. I mean, we added the 6 line in with him. He didn't do anything with the 6 line. You know, I've had my hand in there multiple times, messing with stuff. He never nipped at me. He never even darted at me. As far as the breaks in the sand, he never really did anything. He was very peaceful, very chill, and then all of a sudden, in the last couple weeks, he's, flipped a switch. Maybe that's just what those fish do. I don't know. But he is out of the tank. Everything has been a lot happier, oddly enough. So, and I did pick up some pulsing zinnias the other day at our local fish store when we went to go donate him. So I did get those. Our Ghanies are out and they're doing great. They're still coming out a little bit. They're actually pretty long, so they should be out more. The hammer is happy. I did flip this rocker around, which is why it kind of looks weird. So I actually flipped the rock around just because the hammer was getting just beat down by too much current. So moved it over here and it's much happier. The rock flower anemone seems to be a lot happier as well. All of our zoas are doing good. We did get some more zoas from the last auction at Saltwater Sanctuary, so we will be going and getting those probably today, maybe tomorrow. Other than that, the GSP is doing really well. I actually had to flip it because another thing, Trig knocked the wave maker down during the night and it pushed all of the sand in this entire back corner here around and made it super bad and cloudy. So I had to take that out, and I ended up adjusting the gyro pump that we have to where I didn't need that second one and it gave a good current. So everything's fine now. The hammer I moved down here, it seems to be a lot happier. The Duncans are very happy. The Acan colony's happy. I don't know what's going on with the toadstool. All of its tentacles and everything was out and it was perfectly fine and happy. And then now it's back to this. I don't know if toadstools, kind of go through stages where maybe they're out and happy and blossoming and then they turn into this for a little bit and then they're happy again. I don't know. If you know, maybe leave a comment and let me know, like, hey, yeah, they do go through that. So as of right now, I think we're just going to kind of continue to load up on corals, and Olaf is going to be the only predatory fish that we have in here, which he's in his little cave in there. Can't really see him. Maybe, yeah, you can see him a little bit right there, but he's going to be the only thing that's predatory in here. And he really doesn't do anything whatsoever. He doesn't kick up sand. He doesn't bother anybody. He's never nipped at any of their fish. He's fun to feed. Doesn't mess with the corals. He just stays to himself. And he's got 2 caves now, so he's going to be just fine by himself, being the only predatory fish. So we'll get some more fish in here. Obviously, I know I've said before, the couple of different fish that we're gonna get. I think next what I really wanna try to get is either a flame angel or some Banggai cardinals for this tank. And then, you know, we'll start loading up on some tangs and some other filler fish and, you know, maybe some other angels if I don't end up getting a flame angel. But yeah, and then everything else is just going to be more based on coral. So as of right now, that's it for this one. Let's check out the 30 gallon real quick. All right, so back to the 30 gallon. As of right now, it is empty. There's nothing in it. I don't even have the lights on. You can see there's crabs in there. There are some Nasaria snails in there. I did put the turbo snail back in here. I moved it over to the 75 gallon because we were gonna break this down and not keep it. And we decided that we were still going to keep it. So I did get a zebra lionfish. Unfortunately, it died. So we're waiting to hear back from the supplier and maybe hopefully get another one and get him in here. If not, I'll just wait until the next auction or the next order goes in, and then I'll place another order for one then. So this will have a zebra dwarf or fuzzy dwarf lionfish in it, and then maybe some other small stuff. I might just do a lionfish and, you know, a wart skin angler, maybe a wasp fish. Nothing too crazy. Just maybe one or two of those, and that's it. So, and there will be no coral in here or anything like that. It'll strictly just be fish, rock, and sand, and inverts. Inverts being crabs and snails. Shrimp would get eaten way too quick. So, other than that, that's it for this tank. We're going to be focusing a lot on the 75 gallon and not as much on this, just because it is going to only be a fish only tank. So this one will be a lot easier to maintain and keep running. So let's go back to the 75 gallon and we'll finish out there. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We love getting this fish tank set up, and we love getting everything put in and getting more corals and more fish. And the more that you guys like and subscribe and watch, the better that it is and the more stuff that we can get. So we appreciate everybody. But stay tuned for the next video. We will have the new zoas that I'm getting today in it. And then also if we acquire anything else, it'll have that. So make sure to like and subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see y'all next time.